Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Racing. Me, World Case TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of race, a whole lot of long race. It's middle of the TT element, and something's wrong with the fuel. Fuel gauge, it was showing that I was down like 17 liters or whatever it is. 15, 14, like halfway through the second race. Down like 90+% halfway through the second lap, and yet it never ran out. So, motorbike info. Okay, it's not going to let me see the amount of fuel. Okay, now how do I do this? Hold to confirm. Tires? What do I need? Okay, fill. Right trigger to fill. And are they changing tires? Yeah, they're changing tires. What am I confirming? Oh, I set the level. And then I confirm that I want that much fuel. Well, that's... I've only done this once before. I should have... and that's been a while. I forgot. Well, I am getting a full tank. In ride, you have to confirm each tire that you want it changed. I guess they automatically change the tires here. So that's what I got confused. That's what I played most recently. Oh, the pit stops take forever in this game. But I'm going to be last regardless. So. Okay, at the end of last episode, I wrecked with the autopilot on. Somehow I managed to do that. Okay, it's showing my full fuel tank, completely full. Let's see how we end up here. I feel like I'm going so fast, and I still am getting dusted by the competition. I don't know. I mean, I do wreck a lot. Not that much compared to when I first started this version of this game. I don't know. A couple months ago now. I think I need to plug in my tablet. I have no opportunity to do it now. No! Okay, well now I have an opportunity to do it. Got the cord right here, so. I was going to pause the stream, but not now. Oh, and now it's going to ask me to redo this thing. It's down to 5% though. It's kind of important. Oh, my audio's all warbly. Let me see if I can fix that. It's warbly in the on the Xbox too. I might have to restart the game. Okay, it sounds better now. Oh, what a disaster! Okay, we'll keep going. We're doing a live here, folks. We're doing a live. Okay, sounds good. My voice sounds good, right? My microphone sounds good. Game sounds are on. Game sounds didn't cut out. Ugh. I hate technical difficulties. I'm used to, like, difficulties playing. I'm used to struggling. I'm used to disasters in the game. I prefer not to have technical disasters to complicate things. It wasn't the tablet that was, I should have had the tablet plugged in to recharge. I forgot to do that. It wasn't the tablet that I'm monitoring the stream on, so it wasn't that the stream monitor was going warbly. I was actually hearing the game sounds go warbly. And it's not like I got interrupted with a Windows update or a Steam update like people who play on PCs are like to do in the middle of a stream. Suddenly Windows starts to update. The Xbox OS only updates when you're sleeping. Why does Steam and Windows insist on updating when you're not sleeping? You would think that they could just... I don't understand. But, you know, security updates, you gotta get them right now. You can't wait until you know, pause your Windows. What is it called? Suspending? Or I don't even remember anymore. I suppose some people never do. They just leave the thing on with the screensaver. But still, it's annoying. Everything's annoying. I'm such an old man. How did I get to be such a crabby old man? I don't know. I'm used to being a crabby young man. I said in the last earlier in the stream that I don't complain about the temperature of my eggs at Denny's. Of course, I don't go to Denny's. I play a lot of video games. I play a lot more video games than I go to eat at Denny's. I'm hungry. I don't have lunch. It's I don't know what time it is here. I don't have a chance to look up at the clock. It's 3 o'clock. I haven't had lunch yet. I took the time to look up at the clock, and I wasn't even on a straightaway. That was foolish. Not setting a record. The world record time in the actual TT Alaman race is right around 16.5 minutes for a lap. I don't know what the record is. I can look on... what's it called? Speedrun.com. Is that it? Yeah. See if there's a TT Alaman 3 category. See what the world record is. I don't think there's leaderboards. And even if there were leaderboards, I don't think they'd be cross-platform. Because this game is not cross-platform. I was talking about that much earlier on the stream about cross-platform being a thing. This is a fairly new game and it's not cross-platform, so that's a bit disappointing. But 16 minutes is a long way from 24 minutes. So that my record is just under 23, 22:57 or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Just under 23. Oh, saved it. So that's a long way. The 20 minutes is to actually qualify for the official version of this race. You have to finish 23, and which, when you consider the world record is only 16 and a half, I mean that's up there. I mean, that's pretty short, pretty low amount of time. That's 3.5 minutes faster than the qualifying time, and I'm about 3.5 minutes over the qualifying time. But the record in this game is much faster than 16 and a half minutes, because I mean, it's a video game. You have no fear of losing your life if you fall off the bike, so you can just go all out lap after lap. Okay, now it's still showing my fuel in the green. I'll have to look over the YouTube video or something for the first half hour or so and see what happened to my fuel gauge. Was it in the yellow at first? I did a race much earlier where I used a half a tank, but maybe the last custom race I did was only half a tank, and it picked that up. But I swear I checked it before I started the race. Maybe I'm thinking of the qualifier. I checked it. I shouldn't swear, I know. I mean, if it was just a shade over half a tank, it would still be in the green. So maybe I just saw the green and thought that was correct. I don't know. Maybe I never checked. Oh no! No saving that one. Still have that 20-second penalty. I think some of that was for jumping the start. I don't know what the rest would be for. Corner cutting, I guess. If you run into a hedge and the bike goes across it, if you run into a hedge on the inside of a turn and the bike flies across the corner, does that count as corner cutting? How does that work on bikes? I know in a car, you need like 2 tires on. Otherwise, it's corner cutting. You can get 2 tires off. So, but on a bike, you only have 2 tires. Oh, made it again. So I would think it's if you go up at all across the corner, but I mean, I go on curbs a lot just because I'm terrible. But that's usually on the outside of a curve, so if I go up on a curb on the inside of a curve because I oversteer, I don't know. It's not for obstruction, because I started myself off last on purpose. Although I wouldn't be surprised if I got lapped. On a 20-minute course, if I get lapped with only 6 laps, that would be pretty sad. The rubber banding is so tight, if I got lapped, I'd be lapped by the whole field. I love this game. It's my favorite motorcycle racing game. There's a lot of little tiny things, if they were just a little bit different, would make the game nearly perfect. Which is why I complain about things, just because it's so close to perfect. So close. I mean, no complaints at all about as far as how it feels. It's just, it feels great. You really get a sense of speed going through the narrow streets. You know, the controlling the motorcycle is just right. The amount of time it takes you to lean from side to side is just right. But yeah, just tiny little like decisions that it's like why do they force you to wait if you're in a staggered start and you started near the end of and you qualified near the end of the pack? Why do they make you wait for everyone, all the AI drivers in front of you to go? They could, the last iteration, you only had to wait if you qualified 10th, say, you'd only have to wait for maybe 8th and 9th place driver to go, or maybe just the 8th place driver to go. You still get the idea that it's a staggered start. You're starting on your own. You see that there's somebody starting in front of you. You don't have to wait 90 seconds, a minute and a half just to get the flag. Oh, is that my dust pile there from my skid marks from my knee pad? Or from the bike? I guess we know now that if you fall off and the bike moves forward, they put you back at where you fell off, not at where the bike stopped sliding, because which makes sense, I suppose. In real life, you wouldn't be getting back up and racing your bike to get back on it, so the fact that they only give you like 10 seconds of downtime between wrecking and getting back on the bike. If you're gonna wreck, you're better off just smashing into the wall than sliding along the ground, I think, because they'll reset you right away. See, now I'm sliding along the ground. I'm gonna wait until I finish sliding. And if I just smash right into the wall, I'll get right back up. Well, I don't know if that's true. If I smash, I'd have to smash head on into the wall. Like there, see? They're going to reset me a lot faster there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's still just the amount of time. There was a decided delay there. So I could be wrong about that. I think I'm wrong about that. Oh, I didn't think I was going to make that turn. Going a little hot. Oh, it's so easy to oversteer in this game. Like I said, the right amount. I mean, it feels great. Much better than a lot of other motorcycle racing games. It just has a great feel to it. But yeah, little things like a staggered start, the fact that you still have to qualify at 20 minutes no matter. All the time challenges are not based on the AI difficulty level. There's the overall difficulty level there is no overall difficulty level. It's just AI difficulty. So if you have a challenge where you are racing and you're supposed to be, you know, you come in third or better and you get the points for finishing that challenge, well then you can adjust that based on the AI difficulty. But if you have a challenge that says I have to do this lap in under 15 minutes or something, doesn't matter what the AI level you have set to, it's 15 minutes is 15 minutes. So if you're less skilled enough that you can't beat the AI at a higher level, you're still being challenged at the highest level, or at the higher level, maybe not even the highest level. I think people that are better would also have a right to complain. 20 minutes is nothing if you're a better player. If you're playing against 100% AI, you can finish a lap easily in under 20 minutes. So it's not even a issue. It's not a challenge at all. So the game is a lot different. Ah! This is lap 3 right now. And look at my fuel. I must have only gone in with a half a tank. I'm incredibly lucky that I was able to get through the whole thing. It looked for a while that I was not losing any fuel. It is odd that it was down so low. What is it? Wait, why are the numbers? I'm looking at the fuel gauge. It shows 14 at the top, 17 at the bottom. What? What? Oh no, that's not the fuel. The number. That's the tack. Never mind. Either the tack or the that's the tack. What a goofball! Well, the red line was down between the 16 and 17, like very close, just above the 17 marker, and it stayed that way just about the whole time. Well, obviously the thing only goes up to the 17 line on the tack. Oh, what a goof. After all the hours I've played this game, I still don't know what a tachometer is. Well, that's another thing. I'm playing on the easiest level, including automatic. I hate the fact that my new car is an automatic, but I'm used to driving a stick. I went out last night. Well, I haven't had the car that long. I've only driven it maybe 3 times since I got it, but went out to the drugstore last night, and I came to an intersection, I came to a stop sign, a red light, and then when I went to go, I'm trying to shift into first and looking for the clutch, and no, you're good. Just press the pedal on the right. That's all you need to do. Although my new car, my other car, well, it wouldn't go as fast, but no car ever goes as fast as the speedometer, but the speedometer went up to 120. I know for a fact I could get my old car up over 100. It didn't have that much buffer to it, but this speedometer goes up to like 180 or something, and so the numbers are closer together. So instead of my old car, you got a number every 10 miles an hour, so it would show 10, 20, 30, I don't know if it showed 10, that's pretty low on the gauge. Maybe it showed 15, 20, 30, 40. So if the speed limit's 35, you could see, oh, that's halfway between 30 and 40. Really easy. But the new speedometer is only every 20, so I get a mark at 20, 40, 60, 80. Being able to tell the difference between 30 and 35 is a lot harder. And the lines are so close together. And I got old eyes. And it doesn't have a digital speed display. I don't know if that was an option in 2007 on the car. I mean, it has so many other LED displays. You would think that you could switch it to the miles per hour. I mean, 2007, they would have had that, right? It's all kinds of LED displays in that thing. I don't just mean LED lights. I mean, you know, it shows you the time, for example. It shows you, you know, you can get it to show you other things, but it can show you the amount of estimated mileage you can there, based on your current fuel consumption and how much fuel it thinks you have left. It'll estimate how many more miles you can go on the fuel that you have. So if you see next fuel station in 14 miles, you can gauge, oh, my car is telling me I can only go 10 miles, so I better stop now. That's the idea. But it doesn't tell you the speed? I would think I would want to check my speed more often than I would want to check how many more miles I can go on my current fuel level. I have to look at the user manual again. But I don't think that's an option. I've read it through once. The owner's manual. I mean, part of an owner's manual is they teach you how to, you know, maintain the car yourself, and I'm not about to do that. Because even though I'm a big racing game fan, I've been playing racing games since Night Driver and the Atari VCS. It wasn't called video game VGS. Was it a video game system? It wasn't called 2600. That was the model number that they tacked on later when they came out with other models of things. But I think it must have been VG anyway. Whatever. Yeah, Night Driver. Playing that 40 years ago or something? Playing racing games ever since then? More than that. It had to be more than that. Oh, I looked up! Video games are more than 50 years old. Pong came out in the arcades over 50 years ago, and I didn't celebrate because I didn't know. I'm gonna look it up. Because I remember when video games first came to the bowling alleys and pinball arcades. I'm an old man. I don't sound old, although this race is going long enough that I haven't been hydrating that I sound older. Let me do that. I hate pausing the game in the middle of a race on stream, but especially on video. I was near the finish line. Over 75 minutes and 3 laps. It means over 25 minutes a lap. Oh, I'm going to have to pause again. I'm getting that clicking again. Somebody said, 809 was in chat earlier, said that I had to wait until the microphone came back on. That if you plug it in, it won't give you that net sound. So maybe I have to play with the. Maybe I should play this game plugged in, even though it's going to strain on the cord. I was having these problems for a long time, but then they went away. I did not have an issue last. I got a new battery pack for the controller, and I think maybe that was what did it. But yes, thanks again, 809, if you're watching this later. Off the stream now, maybe we'll watch the YouTube video later. I will try that. Only this game. He said that he's had trouble with that audio too when the controller's not plugged in. Get crackling as if your microphone is not plugged in right. And I would unplug the mic and plug it back in, it would go away, but just for a little while. Once it starts, it seems to keep coming back. But yeah, I went through a whole 3-hour stream last week. I think the week before too, with this new battery pack. Rather than using batteries, I got a battery pack that you can charge up as long as you have the controller plugged in, you charge it up. Probably works in any USB, but it's convenient. You just plug it in when you go to sleep, the computer or the Xbox, and it charges it up. Wasn't having a problem with any other game though. I don't know. Weirdness. But yeah, so I got an off-brand and battery pack, a cheap, like $20 for 2 or something. And don't get an off-brand battery pack to free your Xbox controller. There's a couple of them, and I got the one that seemed to have the best reviews, but even then they said it never shows 100%. So I did go out and buy the actual Xbox brand rechargeable battery pack, in-controller rechargeable battery pack. I was using batteries, but I don't know, the controller battery pack might have exactly a specific voltage that it releases that's better, more specific than even rechargeable batteries. I would use fresh rechargeable batteries every time I stream, so I don't know. It's not that they were going back, because rechargeable batteries, you'll get a little bit higher voltage at the start than you'll get near the end. I mean, I guess that's with batteries and all kind. I assume it's the same way with the battery pack too. But I was having all kinds of problems with the third-party one. My chat pad wouldn't work right, and so instead of $20 for 2, I went out and spent $30 for 1. But it works. It works great. And it was working better than the batteries themselves, the rechargeable batteries themselves. Because who can afford like fresh alkaline batteries every other day for your, well, it would be more than every other day with the alkalines, and they last longer than one charging rechargeables. But yeah, this is much more convenient. You don't have to charge it at all, or don't have to pop the case off and put the batteries in another. I think I'm driving okay. I've said that earlier. I think I'm driving okay, and then I'm still averaging 25 minutes. Well, no. I gotta amend that because I really messed up the pit. I probably was in the pit lane 10 minutes because I didn't know you had to hit the X button to actually get them to start fueling it. You set how much fuel you want and then you hit the X. They don't start. You would think they would start right away and you wouldn't have to tell them how much fuel to put in before they start. It's like, really, you can start filling and then I'll say, okay, just half a tank. I'm never gonna say, okay, I just want you to give me 1 milliliter of fuel. Nope, you started too soon. I got over a milliliter. What are you doing to me? The thing might explode on me now. I mean, they would start before you confirm how much you want, right? I want 10 cc's of fuel. And no more. Very important. Just enough to top me off. Just enough to get me to the level where I can finish the last lap. You know, I have a quarter of a tank, but I need a quarter plus 10 cc's to get through the last lap. And no more. I think I remember the last time running into problems because I hit the X too soon, and I hadn't held it, because you got to hold the button down to tell them how much fuel you want. So you hold one button down, and it slowly fills up the gauge to show you how much you want, and then you can hold one button down. If that's too much, you hold the other button. No such thing. You're back. I just plugged my thing in because I had crackling in my mic. I hope that helps. No such thing as old. Brother, I have a feeling you're not as old as I am. When you get to retirement age like I am, there is such a thing as old. Yeah. If you sure, when I was 40s, in my 40s, I'd like to say, there's no such thing as old. I'm spry like I was in my 20s. I'm not old. Yeah, once you hit retirement age, yeah, you're old. I'm old. Actually, probably the best shape I ever was in my life was when I was around 40. Ouch. Yeah, I didn't really work out when I was young. I ran a lot, but that's because I was chased by the gangs. But I grew up in a really horrible neighborhood. But I mean, I didn't really work out. But then when midlife crisis, I guess, when I started pushing 40, I started working out and was in my best shape. Strength-wise, weight-wise, endurance-wise, just most athletic shape. I never really had a chance, like I said, I grew up in a really bad neighborhood, never really had a chance to play sports when I was in school, which would have been really fun. A little bit, I won't go into all the stories, but a little bit when I was school age. But for the most part, not. And I always regretted that. I like baseball. I prefer baseball over softball. I got to play a little bit of baseball. A 30-year-old baseball league. Most leagues, of course, are softball, but fast pitch baseball guys you had to be 30 to play in it. Yeah, I prefer baseball over, just amateur, stuff. I prefer baseball over softball. I can never get the timing right on a softball. Those big ephus pitches. I had really good reflexes when I was young. Not anymore. I pitched a little bit. I never had a strong enough arm, but I could throw all the pitches. I knew how to throw all the pitches. Mostly second base. That was my position, second base. That's an athletic position. My skill was being able to throw off balance and that sort of thing. Turning a double play. I don't know if anybody out there cares about baseball. Nobody cares about baseball anymore. This last year, in 2023 season, though, they did make some changes that really made the popularity of baseball go up. Because they did what they had danced around doing a pitch clock for years, trying to keep the game. Oh, first time I wrecked on that. Soccer for you. You do like your grandma's birthday. I didn't see that whole thing. Yeah, you're from West Virginia, so you call it soccer. Did you grow up playing soccer? They didn't. When I was growing up, nobody played soccer in the U.S. It wasn't a youth thing. There was Pee Wee football and Little League baseball. That was it. You didn't play basketball and, like little kid basketball. Some of that makes some sense, I guess. I mean, it's hard enough in football because kids develop at different rates, and you're going to get a big kid. They'd play like linemen or something, and smaller kids would play, water boy or something. But basketball is even more extreme. You get kids in age, just tween age, not quite teenage years. Huge difference in height and stuff. I mean, I guess there's always a big difference in skill level. I assume there's youth league everything now, but yeah. I know youth league soccer was huge. Now I think it's huge. Professional soccer in the U.S. is huge now. Hockey, that's right. There's usually hockey here in Minnesota. Like I said, I didn't grow up in Minnesota, so I don't know. My guess is Minnesota, they had youth league hockey for 2 centuries now. Hockey's huge. I love watching hockey. I never played hockey. I love watching hockey. I played basketball. I guess I do know how to ice skate. But hockey, skating, not good enough to it's like I'm about as good at hockey as I am at motorcycle racing video games. I can usually stay up, but yeah, baseball was my sport. Didn't have the great arm. I mentioned that with pitching. Junk pitcher, could throw all the pitches, but couldn't blow by anyone. But didn't have the arm for like third base or short stop. So I played first and second. Too athletic for first. I mean, it's kind of a waste to put me at first base, but if they needed somebody, I'd play first. Although I'm right-handed, and you really want a left-handed first baseman, because you stretch in the correct direction then. You stretch on your left foot rather than on your right foot, because you're stretching out with your left arm rather than your right arm. Oh, saved it. Yo, no way am I saving that one. Okay, I'm pausing it. We had Little League soccer, football, basketball, and hockey from 3rd grade up to college. Oh, nice. College started in high school. but no baseball. Did you put baseball in the league in that list? Anyway, I was saying, yes, they changed rules finally in baseball, Major League Baseball, added a pitch clock, which has been in the minors for a while. Definitely improved the game. A lot of old timers complained, it's not baseball unless you're going to spend 20 minutes on one at bat. But batter steps off the mound, he's ready. Batter steps out of the box, he's ready. Pitcher steps off the mound, batter steps out of the box. Manager comes out to the mound. Yeah, they're restricted to so many mound visits a game, and they're reducing that for 24. They're restricted the pitch clock. You get in 23, it was 20 seconds between pitches for no one on base. 15 seconds with someone on base. Or no, 20 seconds with someone on base, 15 seconds nobody on base. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. They've cut that down to 18 for someone on base. Some of the rules, though, are kind of weird. Like, a pitcher only gets to throw to the base, pickoff attempts, only gets 3 pickoff attempts, and if he doesn't get them on the 3rd pickoff attempt, then the batter, it's a balk, automatic balk, so the runner gets to go, gain a base, which is really, I mean, base stealing was way up. Probably not as much as people expected. But, you throw over there twice, it's like, oh, green light. Because you're not going to get picked off. The guy's not going to risk throwing over there. He might look over there to try to freeze you, but he can only look over there for so long before he's got to pitch the ball. He's got it on a pitch clock. But that was the only thing. Baseball had gotten so ridiculous over the years, though, with the shift. And they outlawed the shift. People would be playing with, like, nobody on. If you had a pull right-handed hitter, always going to hit the ball on the left side of the field, between second base and third base, right? Nobody would be on the right side of the field. Or more like, you still need a first baseman over there. So. But sometimes you would see nobody on the left side of the field. Maybe the left fielder would come in and play a deep shortstop position, but everybody else would be on the right side of the field, including maybe the right fielder would come in and the center fielder would shift over. I mean, ridiculous shifts, because they would look at the stats and say, oh, this guy hits the ball over here 90% of the time. Let's put all the fielders over there. And then they'll pitch him that way. They'll pitch him to that side so that he make it even harder to hit the other way. So they outlawed that. You can do what you want with the outfielders, but the infielders, you have to have 2 infielders on each side of the second base. And you can't have any other fielders on the infield proper. They can be out past the cut of the grass into the outfield, but you can't have a 5th infielder from the outfield. And so those little changes really did improve the game as far as more hitting. Hitting was up. Not necessarily home runs, more hitting was up, more base stealing was up, and mostly the games just went faster, a lot faster, without, like, from 3.5 hours a game to 2.5 hours a game, or like 2 hours 45 minutes from 3.5 or something. Just ridiculously improvement in the speed of the game. Because it got to the point where people didn't want to broadcast baseball games because you would reserve 3 hours of baseball broadcast, and the games were over 3 hours almost regularly. I mean, no, network TV is going to do that. Maybe ESPN could do that, but ABC Monday Night Baseball or whatever. I mean, obviously it's not Monday Night Baseball, it's Monday Night Football, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, and with those changes, attendance was up, viewership was up, everything was up. So baseball's, it's never going to be as popular as it once was, like, you know, back in the war era, but when it had no competition. But you know, it had really slumped in popularity over the last couple of decades. Getting near the end here. Yeah, and I have a right around a half a tank. Oh! So I must have actually started with only half a tank or less, or slightly more. Just didn't catch it. Never assume a bug when it's probably you. Probably user error. Hey, oh, no, I can't, I saved it. Oh, one of the best saves ever. Flip it. I never did do a channel trailer. I was going to, like, I mean, I've got a bunch of clips, but what I was going to do is just do make my own trailer, not from actual clips, but just stream and keep trying the same thing over and over again, so basically fake it. But I never did that. Because channel trailers are a thing on Twitch and on YouTube. I don't know what kind of difference it makes. Probably doesn't make any difference. I mean, how often do you watch a YouTube trailer? I mean, a Twitch trailer, you know, it'll show when you're not live. But a YouTube trailer, you don't, I mean, it doesn't play automatically in the background. I'm pretty sure you can't set it. I've never seen it. I've never just went to somebody's homepage on YouTube and had a video playing. Let's see if I can finish strong here, and then I'll check at all my lap times. Finish strong, relatively strong. See, this is the turn that gets me. I know how to prepare. I know how to prepare for the hairpin, but then I come out of the hairpin and I can't get control of the bike quickly enough. There's the line. Little League soccer, football, basketball, and hockey. Yeah, no base. Oh, from 3rd grade up to college. Baseball started in high school. Okay. So you have the others from 3rd grade, but you didn't have baseball until high school. Is that because they were afraid of the pitcher's arms thing in school, or you just didn't have a little league around you? Okay. I had 100 minutes. That's over 25 minutes, but I already knew that. My best lap, hit that button. My best lap was the first one. And the third lap was obviously the slowest, because that's the one where I spent all my time in the pit lane. But other than that, I just got slower and slower. Well, that makes sense, I guess, getting tired. Well, that's it. I don't get any points for this because it's a pickup race, but that's it. Do a screen capture if you want to see how badly I did. But yeah, I didn't do any of these. Like weekly, monthly events. Some of them are probably going to expire before next stream, but oh well, that happens. That's going to do it for me today. I will, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I will look to see if there's someone to raid. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll be starting a new season. Next stream, next YouTube episode, we'll be starting a new season. Season 3, I will move up all of my upgrades to level 3, and we'll see if I can qualify for that final race at least once in 10 seasons. I'm pretty confident I'll finish higher than 10th at least once. Once I get up to the level 5 upgrades, 4 or 5 upgrades. We'll see. All right. Twitch folks, stick around. I'll see if there's someone to raid. YouTube, I will see you in the next video. For all of you, I hope you have a great night, great evening, great afternoon, great morning. I do them always in orders. I did that once by mistake. Have a great day, great whenever until I see you again, and wherever you end up going, on the road or in life, be sure to enjoy the drive. All right, folks, Twitch, stick around for a minute. YouTube, bye-bye.